Welcome guys. Hey, Paul Kolaski, Vallejo PT Online. And today we're going to go through a full body foam rolling session. Had a lot of requests for this in the past, didn't get it done. Got new requests coming from clients today. We're going to knock this baby out. Alright, so we are going to start using the original grid foam roller, my favorite, my original one. You guys, I don't know if you can see how beat up it is, but hey, still going strong. And I say original, we're talking, that's at least 8 years old. So let's jump into it, all right? We're going to start from the bottom up, so we're going to start from the feet. I'm going to start in the standing position. You guys are going to lose my head for a second. All right, and then we'll jump right through the rest of the body. Cool. At home, I'm just going to show this on one side of the body today. At home, absolutely do both sides. All right, watch out for our tenderness levels. We're going to reiterate. Anytime we're doing self body work, self-massage work, self-release work, stimulation, whatever word you like to use, it shouldn't cause any pain. Absolutely should not cause any pain. If we're working on that 0 to 10 scale, you should be at a 2 or a 3 over 10 tops, and it absolutely should not be making you react or respond. Remember, if your brain feels pain, it's pain. Doesn't care where it comes from. All right, I'm doing a nice massage to myself. It's pain. So keep it pain free. All right, can have feel a little bit, but let's jump to it. Cool. All right, so we're gonna start the standing position. Foot's gonna be on the grid. Right there, I absolutely recommend barefoot. You guys know I love being barefoot. All right, so working, just easy flossing. We're doing the whole body here, so we're going to be shooting for about 10-15 seconds per spot. All right, it's going to be a little bit different than when we're working on releasing and activation techniques. One of the things I do like doing here, you could put some pressure on it if you want to. Again, keep this pain free. All right, what I like doing though is pinning that foot down, curling, lifting, and spreading. All right, again, guys, remember, work on spreading your toes. All right, so work on that about 3 to 5 reps each way. All right, again, our rocking back and forth, working over that tissue, about 5 to 10 seconds at a time. Then we're going to jump right into the calf. Okay. With the larger muscles, always divide the area in half. So we're going to start, cut that calf in half. We're going to start down low. Again, if this is your first time working with a foam roller, don't have to do anything crazy. Kick back, relax, and piston that knee back and forth. Don't forget, guys, that we are not square. All right, we've got to roll to the inside. We got to roll to the middle. And we got to roll to the outside. Get that entire area. Again, here I'm going about 5 to 10 reps. I've already flew past that. If you find a spot, I got a little soleus action happening right there on me today. All right, find a spot that's sore during these sessions. I'm going to go ahead and get me some little extra pressure on. In that position, I'm going to work some active motion at the ankle. All right, circles one way, circles the other way, back and forth. Again, this should not be uncomfortable enough to make me react. I feel tension, I feel tightness, I feel soreness under that spot, but it's not anything that would make me react or respond. All right, we can kick back in after taking that pressure off. Advanced technique here would be getting up off of our hips. You can even cross that leg over and work into that as well if you've got good shoulder and core stability. Cool. All right, we're going to slide that baby up to the next spot. Same thing. Working those gastroc muscles, that deep soleus, about 3 to 5 in each position. Right here, guys, we are going to pause a touch as we come back to the inside. Shift our body over a little bit, and we're going to get that posterior tibialis muscle right along the inside of the shin bone. You can get a little bit higher and actually catch a little bit of the popliteus muscle there as well. Both really good spots to hit. Both of those spots can be a little bit more tender, so just again, pay attention to that as you're working through there. And again, we got our 5, 10, 15 reps, and I got a little something happening on the outside of my calf right there. Gonna hold that pressure and re-floss active range of motion movement in both directions. Hamstrings. Biggest thing I see people do with the hamstrings is they try to do both sides at once. Same thing with the calves. Don't, guys. Your body's independent. You're not square, so we're not just doing the back of these structures. We need to do the whole area. So one at a time is fine. So same thing with that hamstring. We're going to divide that leg in half. Working through, working through. You find a tender spot here. I don't typically have sore hamstrings. All right, but if you need to here, you can rock it side to side. You can cross that leg over and continue. All right, ways to add some additional pressure. We're going to move up to that higher hammy. And here we want to get all the way up to the top or to the bottom of the glute. Okay, so you're going all the way to that gluteal fold, a little bit to the outside. Now you might notice as you start to get higher, you might get a little bit of soreness up there, a little more common. While I'm on the hamstring, I'm going to go right into the adductors, and the reason for that is because the adductor magnus muscle on the inside of the leg, likes to function as a hamstring, so I like to get him when I get the hamstrings. So roll into the inside. I'm going to roll over to get that adductor. So we're going to go into a figure 4 position. All right, we're going to work right into that adductor. Active motion here. We can go into some kicks. I also like to go into a little bit of some rotations. Okay, easy ways to do both. And we're getting all the way up again to the groin. All right, so we got the entire hamstring, got the adductor. I'm gonna flip right into the quad. I like to get the quad before I get to the glutes. Very common, you guys will see hamstrings, jump to the glutes, maybe come back to the quads, then maybe go to the adductors. I like this particular series because after we get done with the glutes, we're gonna do a quick activation. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the quads next. So we're in that prone position. Again, we want to start lower, so we're gonna get down by the knee. All right, working through that area. Again, a little bit to the inside, get that VMO, vastus medialis muscle. Vastus lateralis muscle, especially that junction along the IT band. Do not forget, guys, you cannot lengthen the IT band. You cannot release the IT band. But you absolutely can influence its connection in the way that it slides and glides next to the vastus lateralis. So there is some benefit to working over that area. Again, once you get sore there, flexion is our friend. We can also do that in the straight down position, right? Work back into that, working some knee flexion. Let's work on up a little more proximal. So we're now up toward the higher part of that quad. Outside of the quad. Again, working into that vastus lateralis, IT band area. Up into the tensor a little bit. So, surprised I'm actually feeling pretty good here today. A little bit right through there. Not bad, not bad. Alright, I'm going to finish off up on the tensor. Remember, tensor should be top of the hip bone, rolling up into the abdomen a little bit. That top hip bone is right there. Big time muscle that we need to be working on. I'm going to turn myself around, so I'm going to go right into the lateral hip. Okay, so there we go. So now we're into the outside of the hip. Again, I like a figure 4 position so I can control my pressure. I'm not round, so I'm going to work both areas. Working right over top of that hip. Up to the top of that hip bone, just off of the abdomen here, guys. Okay. Now at home, I'm doing one side only. At home, if you're doing both sides, you should be doing both sides. You want to alternate. Okay, so do the calf, jump over, do the calf. Do the hamstring, jump over, do the other hamstring. So every time you move muscles, you should move to the other side. Feeling pretty good, feeling pretty good. Activation right here, guys, would be to lift that leg up. All right, lift that leg up. Lift that leg up. Here is where I transition into the glute. I come right up into that seated position on the foam roller. Bottom knee is going to be bent all the way to the low back. Most people don't go far enough with their glute releases. Most people, when they tell me that they've got back pain, point to their glutes. Okay, we don't realize how far up the back those glutes go. Okay, all the way down to the sits bone, all the way on up. Get a little bit more focus on that piriformis if we like. Not really always that tight as people like to think. We can cross that leg over. Again, continuing to work into that glute. Now right here, guys, I would go do my other glute, just like I just did. As soon as I'm done with the glute on both sides, we're going to go right into a bridge. All right, let's renormalize everything, okay? Feet close together, about a fist, 3 to 4 inches. Knees wider than the hips, right there, pushing the floor down. Good glute squeeze at the top. And you're going to do 10 to 20 reps, holding for a couple seconds at the top. We did those. Then we're going to move into the back. All right, so we're going to start off with the QL area. So again, right there in that sideline position, hips on the ground. Working right into the QL. You can do the QL here on the foam roller. I know I most often teach it with the lacrosse ball just because it's tender on most folks. Can't tolerate it. Make sure we're breathing. Nice deep belly breath. All right, we'll say we're going to move to the other side. All right, so we move to the other side. Now we're going to go to that thoracic spine. Lying on the foam roller. I'm going to start off with that foam roller just below the shoulder blades. All right, right there in that position, hands right behind the head, bringing the elbows in kind of tight. Right there, up and down. Again, you're going to break this up into a couple sections. So a little bit lower. You're not going to go all the way down to the low back. Vast majority of us do not have the strength to control that. So thoracic spine only. All right. We got our rolls right there. So that was just right at the shoulder blade and below. So now I'm going to go shoulder blade and above. Shoulder blade and above. Get right to the top of the shoulders. All right. Next move. All right, then we're going to lay on back. Actually, we're going to go roll up to the shoulders. All right. So we just did the thoracic spine. Now we're going to roll into the just below the shoulder blade. Or right to the inside of the shoulder blade, just below the armpit. So this is more subaccip. I keep wanting to say subaccip today. Subscapularis, not suboccipital. Suboccipitals are coming. All right, working right through that spot. Catch a little bit of that tricep. I'm gonna roll up there and get a little bit more tricep, just based on what I'm feeling today. Good. Coming on down, back into that subscapularis. Get a little bit on that rotator cuff. If you wanted to add some motion, we can add motion right here. Okay, doing a little bit of a single arm wall angel. All right. Then from that one, we're going to go into the suboccipitals. All right, so lying back. Hips are on the ground, back's on the ground. Right there in that position. Resting head on the foam roller. Don't lose your hat so you don't show off your corona hair. Right there in that position, we're going to side bend or rotate to one side and a yes, no. Yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. Yes and no. All right. You can work that again 5 to 10 times per. Switch sides. You're good to go. Right after that, we're going to go right into our final 2 activations. So boom, right there. We're going to go right into a quick set of dead bugs. 1, 1, 2, 2, 5 to 10 reps. Then right into a chin tuck lift off. So jaws relaxed but touching. Tongue is to the roof of the mouth. Chin tuck and then lift off, right? Okay. Jaw relaxed, tongue up. Five to 10 reps. You got you good to go. Cool, cool, cool. So that is the full body foam rolling techniques, guys. Run with it. It's a great off day recovery. If you got any local spots that you think need a little bit more attention, you don't know how to do that, reach out to us. We'll shoot those videos for us, or check out our YouTube channel. We do have a lot more of a site-specific areas that we've done foam rolling with and release techniques and activation techniques with in the past. So again, welcome to Vallejo PT. Thank you for watching. Paul Kolaski, and we'll see you next time.